This fall, Bill Cosby returns to television with something new, own unique style.
You gonna be in there long?
Norton Furniture is here for you. Now, seriously, if you can't get credit in my store, you can't get credit anywhere. My name is Mark, and you can count on it.
540, join.
Join the fun. All have some.
Blow it up now, give it a whack. Turn up the fun with Balzac. Hit it.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must
31
interrupt this
Grammy.
show.
Later, you know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you
Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Cut you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today.
Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another funeral for Xbox on TSWS Gaming. My name is Low-7, and joining me, as always, are these two fine gentlemen, Mr. Matt Likes Games and the Honorable Mr. Ham Solo. Gentlemen, welcome. Everyone in the chat, welcome in. Matthew Hum, Rick7, Liv Palmeiras out of this, please. Raichi, Vincent Vega, Too Big, Sea Wolf, and everybody else. Spam that like button. Hard. Really hard. Ham, how you doing? What you been playing? Ham, you there? All right, Ham still is not here. Matt, how you doing? What you been playing? Wow. Mm-hmm. Matt, 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 uh, can nobody hear you? It says offline here on your profile. Yeah, you should probably leave the app and then come back.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
You can hear him now, probably. I just added him to the stage. Jeez
Okay.
Louise,
All right.
Loke, what do you do?
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. I had some issues myself. I don't know what happened, but like I lost audio for a little bit. But
so
I'm here now. But I guess Matt, you can restart and then I'll go. That's
yeah.
dumb.
What I've been playing VR. I've been playing VR. Like I said, I haven't played Death Stranding 2 in like a week. I need to, but I've been like so into the VR thing that I just not played much else. At like Skyrim VR, a bunch of mods. I've played Half-Life Alyx, which is, like I said, probably one of the coolest things I've ever played in a game. Um, Asgard's Wrath is amazing. I tried Tetris Effect Connected in VR, which is literally just Tetris Effect Connected, but like in like a 3D VR space, which is pretty cool. Uh, yeah, Super Hot, Boneworks. I mean, there's Hitman in VR, which I haven't played yet, but I'll probably check that out as well. There's a lot of stuff, whole lot of stuff. I need to get Fallout 4 VR as well, but
Mm.
yeah, been playing mostly VR.
All right. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Matt is out here testing beta video games 20 years before they're actually ready for us to play. Everyone, make sure to spam Matt in the chat, because he's doing the good Lord's work, Lord Kojima. He's doing the good Lord's work for every single gamer out there. All right. We need
Ah,
people just like Matt, right? He needs to keep on playing games like this. So in like 10, 20 years, we can play VR when it's actually good. Right. So Matt, I appreciate you. Like from the bottom of my
yeah,
heart, you're the best, dude. I freaking love you. Thank you.
I love
Thank
you
you. And
too,
the
bud.
community appreciates you. Ham, now that the audio is sorted, welcome in. What you been playing?
Man, I've been having a tough time lately.
With what?
And Loke's pretending that he's not into VR. He is pre-ordering himself one right now. Have you heard him before
Stop
the
it.
show? This sick
Stop it, man.
bastard right here heard some of the mods that you could do in Skyrim. He knows it's ready
He's
to go.
about ready. He's about
This
ready to rip off
man,
his pants.
this man is typing in his security, the last 3 security digits right now off of this card. He's ready to fucking roll. He's ready to get this thing popping. I mean, I told him, I told him like, yo, the whole AR experience on it's pretty
cool.
neat. It could be like it's right in your living room.
Right?
Well,
You just head on over to the hub and type in VR and see what you can find.
There's children. There's children in my house. So there's no
Wow.
living
Hub
room
could be
action.
anything, Loke. I
Look,
don't know why you made that
you
dirty.
just got done walking me through your house, and I tell you what, there is room.
Jeez,
Yep.
ham.
Yes, sir.
God damn it,
The
bro.
swing.
God
He's got
damn
a
it.
room with a swing on it, with a swing in it.
All right, ham. Back
Loke
on
has his
topic.
own room that he can lock the door and just let it rip.
Oh my
all
goodness.
Freak room.
When you say it like that, dude.
Okay. But
So he calls it
anyways,
freak.
Yeah. Let's get back to the games. Let's do that.
what I've been playing lately, I've been having a tough time. So like so I've been playing Dune, and Dune's been good, of course, but like outside of that, I got to play some college football 26 and give that a try on the 10-hour trial that they have with EA. I was thinking about buying it because I have like $20 or $25 in reward points. So I was like, I could get that, 25 or so dollars off of that $70 purchase. But then I played the 10-hour trial, and I was just kind of disappointed. Like I kind of had some high hopes for this one, and don't get me wrong, I think they did some upgrades in this game, and it did make the game better. But it was some of the things that I've been having issues with NCAA games, since the early 2000s that still aren't like really addressed. And it's pretty frustrating. And it doesn't exactly make me want to get it day one because of it. And some of those things are, just in case anybody's wondering, some of those things are like your like linemen or like wide receivers, when they're blocking, sometimes they don't really block and they just kind of get in the way. Like, and if you've played previous Maddens and college footballs, you know this already. Where you're like running and like it just kind of seems like the guy's looking for a block, even though there's plenty of people to block around them, and he's just not really blocking anybody. And it's just like, what are you doing? Or those times when you're trying to run past and he just like bumps right into you, and it's just like get out of the way. Like you don't see that in real football games. So it's like really frustrating when it happens in that game.
Yeah, those like collision bugs, right?
Yeah, where it's just like, what's going on? Like, why did you just cost me that run or something stupid like that, or like that was kind of frustrating. And then on top of that, I guess another thing that frustrated me quite a bit about the game was it's not really ready to launch, in my opinion. I was doing one of the tasks that it has you do. It's called throwing a lob pass. You gotta throw a lob pass for a touchdown to try to get this like recruitment bonus, right? Essentially, for this school to really want you, right? Like they essentially give you a task. Go out and do this, and you'll get like bonus points for us wanting to recruit you or something like that, right? And I did it 3 times, and I recorded it twice actually as well. And I put it up on Twitter. But like I did it twice, lobbed 2 different times, and each of them touchdowns, and didn't check off the ticker. And it was just frustrating. And it happened on a different thing, but I was thinking maybe I did it wrong. And it just seems like, maybe it's like bugged or something like that. There's also a few times I got kicked in the middle of a game playing single player. And I'm like, how do I get like I didn't get dashboarded to the Xbox main menu, right, where it shows you all the different games that you're playing. I got dashboarded to the game's main menu, and it was saying connecting on the bottom. And in mind, I wasn't playing it in quick resume or anything like that, so I don't want to hear any of those excuses of quick resume did this or something. Like, it was just me playing the game, and then all of a sudden it like glitched and then sent me back to the main screen, and it was like connecting to EA online servers, and I'm like, what? I'm like I get it if I'm playing versus somebody online, or I'm playing like a co-op dynasty of us playing online, and maybe it like just couldn't connect me back to something. But it was twice that it happened. Once it was in the middle of a game, and then another time it happened right after I finished a game, so I had to do the game over again. I was pissed.
Oh, so you'd already won the game?
I had already won the game, and it was just like, oh, you weren't connected to the servers. Yeah, let's connect you real quick. And yeah, it kicked me right back to not playing. Like I never had played the game, and I was just like, man, like. And then people have the nerve to tell them to like get in comments and stuff like that and say, oh, it's just the trial. It's not the full game. The full game will be out later. I was like, yo, like, if I were to test drive a car.
Okay, car analogy.
Yeah, if I were to test drive a car. And I'm like, man, this thing really has a rough third gear. And the car developer told me, yo, this is 3 days before the car comes out. Don't worry about it. The full edition will be just fine. I'm sorry, but I don't believe.
Sounds like yeah. Sounds like Elon Musk talking about those self-driving taxis. You know, he's been talking about that shit since like 2017. It's wild. But yeah, I can see how that could be a problem.
Yeah,
I've already complained
I
about
think
my
it's a good.
stuff with NFL.
Oh, I don't want to say I think it's a good game. I think that they're putting stuff in it and upgrading it the way that I wanted to see them upgrade it. Because I'm not going to sit here and be like, they did nothing. It was garbage. It's the same thing as 2025. Like, it's not like that. But it's just like, it's just not ready for game time. It's not ready for game time. And it's just like, I don't feel like they're ever going to, I'm uncertain if they're ever going to be ready for game time due to now they're in a cycle. Like when they put out 2025, it was like the beginning of the cycle, right? So it was just like any kind of nuanced stuff that you should probably, kind of get knocked out. You should get knocked out now because then it's gonna because then the game's gonna have like a 9-month or a 10-month development cycle or something before you have to then get ready for the next one or I guess a year, like depending on when they stop each time and start each time, right? And I'm just like, dude, how are you gonna like if you keep making new stuff and then if the new stuff messes up at all, well then you're gonna have old and new stuff to fix, and it's like, how are you ever gonna catch up? I almost feel like they should do what WWE did and take like and I know they just brought back college football, but I'm just saying like maybe if they're like, yo, we already had, we got last year, we got this year, we have the next year already said. I'm thinking, then maybe for 2028 you take the year off or something like that and just catch up, get these things ironed out because it's just not quite what I want it to be. It's fun still, but it's very aggravating, and I feel like they could definitely just kind of take a harder look at it and make things a little bit more fluid.
It's just too much money, huh? It's too much.
It is. It's too much time and money, and they're not going to do it, right?
No, it's too much money to give up because the amount of people that buy Madden every single year, and then you're going to fix it for a couple of people that complain and still buy the game? No! Like, this is a relationship. This is a relationship. All we do as gamers when it comes to Madden and FIFA and all these guys, all we do is re-emphasize to them, guys, there's no need to polish this turd. Keep releasing the turd. We'll keep buying the turd. We'll bitch about it. But we won't do
Well, see,
anything.
I'm not, but see, I'm not buying it now.
You're not buying it, Ham.
I understand that I'm just one, but like, it's just like, I feel like in a way you're almost saying like, just don't even complain.
No.
If he's the person who's not buying it, then he's well within his right to complain.
I'm not saying don't complain, Ham. I'm not saying don't complain. I'm not saying buy it. I am just saying what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, I can assume what's going to happen, right? Like,
we all
I said what I said, and it got like 10 or 20 likes, right? I'm not expecting me to be the one to forge us ahead in this revolution of fixing football from EA, right? but like, but I'll let my voice be heard, and like I'm not gonna, and like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and tell everybody this is a piece of shit game. Don't ever play it. It's not worth your time. I'm just gonna say, if it was me, I would wait on a sale because I do want to play this game. I just don't want to pay $70 for something that's just not really polished. Right? I'll wait for a sale. They'll probably have a sale sometime around the holiday season. I'll then use some of my Microsoft money at that point, possibly. If not, I'll have regained more Microsoft money and I'll use that money on it. Right? I might just use the money I got right now for Borderlands 4.
Probably.
I was really looking forward to playing this, and it's fun, and I really want to play this in tandem with Madden because you get to carry your character over, and I like what they are trying to do. Like, I don't want to knock EA and say they're just garbage, even though sometimes they make me feel like screaming that at them. But like, I like what they're trying to do. They're bringing back something that was prevalent before and trying to make it better. But I feel like they're just moving a little too fast for their own good, at least.
The one thing that I think would be a next gen improvement for Madden and FIFA and all these other games, they can keep the graphics as is.
Yes.
Save some money. Save some money. I think the biggest improvement they can make is collisions. If they could dedicate.
Oh my God, they're so bad right now.
Yeah. It's not
They're
just now.
so bad. Like that. That was another one of the things I was going to complain about, but I was just like kind of on the spot and forgot, bro. Like, it just seems like they keep telling us that they're adding animations, and some of them do look nice, but they don't always happen at the right time. So sometimes it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I know you've probably seen that for like the last decade.
Yeah, man, it kills me, bro. It freaking kills me. I'm just like, guys, you're keeping the same graphics anyway. Fix the
Motherfucker chest
collision.
bump you to the ground.
Yeah, or when you're running and then you juke someone, he's right in front of you. You didn't actually juke him because you did the movement of juking, right? But you're still in front of him. But because you juked and your juke is like a 90, he falls down. It's like, what? What are we doing? You know what I mean? It's some wild ass. It's like, bro, come on, fix these little things. The thing, because Madden and FIFA, the main thing that they want to get across is immersion and simulation and all this other stuff. Forget about graphics for 1 year because they do fix the graphics incrementally almost every year. And
Yeah, they need to stop. I think it looks fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of money spent and wasted.
Maybe add more like faces and ways of like changing the way you look, but as for like flat out fidelity of the way the lighting and everything on the character, it looks fine. Just I mean, I'd like maybe some more hairstyles or some more facial styles or something like that. Like get more in depth.
For me, they could keep everything exactly as it is, only update the kit and the roster, but then spend the next 5 years, because we know they're going to keep re-releasing the same fucking game for the next 5 years. It's fine. But every single year, I want real improvements on the physics and the collisions. For me, that's the main like Achilles heel that irritates me with Madden. I'm not even going to lie to myself to say that they're going to fix the career mode and make it worth playing 5, 10, 20 seasons in the career mode. They just don't give a fuck about that because it doesn't give them any money. So
yeah, Big Mad Mo, you can go from college to the pros like you were back in the time. And Fuzzy over here saying it sounds like you guys just No, we're bringing up things that have been brought up about Madden for years, and it just kind of, since this game is a lot of the same, it feels like some of those things carried over to here. I think they're fair discrepancies. At no point am I telling everybody, don't play the game, don't buy the game. I'm just saying, hey, some of them issues in previous games are still around, and they said themselves that they fixed it. You said you haven't heard anything bad, but bro, go watch some streams. Go watch some like I watched this dude play for an hour yesterday, and he was a high level like one of the best like college football players, right? For YouTube, lots of views, just his fucking Twitch stream going crazy at the same time while being on YouTube, and like bro was having the same complaints I had. He was like, the jukes are sometimes extremely slow. Sometimes just getting moving is a little sluggish, and getting caught from the back when you're a 4-4 speed a 4-4 speed wide receiver by a linebacker is weird sometimes. So it's just like some of the things that I've brought up, especially the biggest one is the blocking one, because they admitted themselves that they fixed it, and they didn't. They flat out did it. So I mean, because that was a big issue amongst the community, not just one or two people or just me, amongst the community, and it just not fixed at all.
Yeah. Richie, no, man. First off, college student for 20 years. Does college football come out every single year? Have I been bitching about the career for college football every single year? Come on, relax, Richie. I know you're mad because of Football Manager, but like you mentioned here, oh, Football Manager, does it get better every year? Actually, it does. Actually, it does. And the big difference that I found out from Football Manager compared
Oh man, we're back to football
to Madden
manager.
that Ham actually taught me this. Football Manager actually does not take away what you've had in the previous Football Managers. Literally, like the functions, right? Everything that has ever happened or that you've ever had in a previous Football Manager gets carried over to the next one. I'll just ask Ham, like I can trigger Ham right now and be like, all right, can you name me two things that Madden took away from you between 2004 and now?
Oh,
And
don't do that.
we'll be here for the next hour, Richie. So you know what? Actually, Football
Don't do
Manager
that.
in
Don't
that
do that.
specific area is better than Madden because nothing gets taken away. It just keeps adding on whatever was there the year before, the decade before. It is what it is. Matt, is there anything that you'd like to complain about and maybe provide a solution for in terms of like Madden or college football, or you don't care?
I don't play Madden in college football.
You don't play Madden or college football. All
No,
right.
he just
No.
plays 2K.
Yeah, I just play 2K.
All right, fair enough. Let's get into it. Xbox is dead again, ladies and gentlemen. R.I.P.
Man,
Rest in pixels. It was nice knowing you. Like everything that you want, every epitaph that you want,
I swear.
put it into Xbox. Ham has a lot.
Kittens, cats are jealous of how many times Xbox has died.
Bro,
Like
it's
Goku is like, can I get Yo Dragon?
oh my god. Go ahead, Ham.
Oh, that's all I was saying. I just thought it was funny.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, and like I said before, Xbox is dead. Once more, throw away your consoles. It is what it is.
But why, Loke? Why are you saying this time? Why is this relevant?
I'm not saying it. I am not saying it.
All right, why are you repeating it?
Mr. Christopher Dring had a couple of tweets out.
Ah, cool. That guy's nice.
He's
real nice with the pen and pad. He's real nice.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Very nice with the pen and the pad.
What did he say? I remember last year, a little earlier than now. I think it was around February of last year. I remember that good sir saying that Xbox was gonna be backing off on Gamepass. Remember that? That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Same guy.
But it hasn't been just him.
Pepperidge Farm, bruh. Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farm remembers? but it wasn't just him. Dude, it's been Xbox has been dying. If you go to some pages, you know Dreamcast guy.
Oh, I mean, come on, but no one takes him serious at all.
Wait, what? Say it hasn't just been him; it's been Dreamcast guy.
We're talking about let's not mix.
Yeah, don't
people that we actually like your IGNs, your GameSpot, your Kotaku. let's not mix those up with Dreamcast guy because Dring is more of on the Kotaku dash, Tom Warren type of like when he speaks, people whether you agree with him or not. I'm not saying you do, but I'm just saying when people hear him speak, a lot of people like to use his words as fact, right? But the problem with him is he's been caught a couple times having to backtrack.
So you know what? On this whole, before we get into his specifics, I just want to defend Christopher Dring for 2 minutes. Actually, you know what? It's not Christopher Dring. I'm defending all insiders. So Christopher Dring, Tom Warren, Jez Corden, Paris.
Yeah, to be sure, Dreamcast guy.
No, Paris is not on that list. I'm sorry. Paris is a great content creator, but he's not a writer and news outlet person. He's not.
No. I said insider.
He's talking about insider.
Yeah, I said insiders. People in the know in the industry.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's fair.
Paris is in the know, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So my defense of these people is these guys have information fed to them, and not everything that they say is or happens. And it's not because they're lying or they're capping or they don't know what they're doing or whatever. It's because sometimes Matt, Ham, Cozy, and Mental will have a chat and be like, okay, TSWS bull setting is now going to be Saturdays. And Matt will mention it to one of his mutuals. His mutual will come out and say, yo, bull setting is now going to be on Saturdays. And people will be like, oh, okay, this person usually is close to Matt and the TSWS crew is probably right or whatever. And then you guys call me, and then we have another meeting the next day, and I'm like, yeah, I can't swing Saturdays because of this in my personal life. Suddenly, it's not Saturdays anymore, right? And now this person has to backtrack, and then people are like, this person,
Look, what's this in reference to? What's this in reference to, bud?
It's in reference to people trying to discredit either people like Christopher Dring, Paris Lilly, Jez Corden, whatever, who say things, and half the time the things they say happen six months later, or they don't happen, and the opposite happens. Sometimes decisions are made, and then the decision to not do what was decided is made as well. So I just feel like we need to address that specifically. That's
No, Loke,
okay.
because you're trying to bullshit when people should just
Okay.
not say things that they don't know. Like, and I'm not saying as an opinion, because anybody can throw an opinion out. We do that all the time here, right? That's kind of what we do, is throw out our opinion, right? Throwing out an opinion is one thing, but telling everybody, hey, this is what it is different. And I don't remember like Paris never said what was gonna be when he was talking about things. He just was talking about alluding to and like thinking things were gonna go a certain direction. But at the end of the day, he'd say it's up to Microsoft and stuff like that. At no point did Dring say, oh, it's up to Microsoft's numbers. He just flat out said, they got to be losing money.
No, he said that someone told him that they are.
Okay, even better, right? Because then you're not taking accountability at all.
Yeah,
if somebody told him, you're obviously not going to reveal that person, whether that person is real or not. Like, you're not going to reveal that person, right? Because you're not going to ruin whatever relationship, or if, like I said, if that person's even real. But like, just taking a staunch stance like that when it's quite negative news, I feel like you should be pretty sure of what you're saying before you come out and say that stuff. Because, and you got people running around saying stuff that's not true, and then by the time you tell everybody, "Oh, I made the mistake," ain't nobody listening to that.
It's not.
Yeah, by that time,
make a mistake. It was just vague. It didn't make a mistake. It was just vague. From what he said was Xbox Game Pass. Like, it's profitable because they don't count the development of in-house studios, right?
Yeah. That wasn't a maybe. That wasn't a. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it! Hold on. He said that. But that also, the problem is that people took that to say that if you add in-house development of games, then it's not profitable. And that's not what he said. He said that in-house development of games is not factored when Microsoft is evaluating the profitability of Game Pass. And Game Pass is profitable as far as they're concerned. And people took those raw materials, and then they came to their own conclusions. That's why he made the clarification to say, no. Even if you include first the development of in-house games, Game Pass is still profitable. That was his clarification. But in the initial post, people took, because it was vague, it wasn't direct. People took that and they ran with it and made a conclusion. That was the problem.
And that's exactly why, as an insider, you got to be more careful with what you say. Because if we're gonna be like, if we're gonna cut him a break, then you should, for whatever reason, then you should probably also hold him kind of accountable for just getting online and saying things that, let's be real, as somebody who does that, I would think. Again, I'm not an insider. I'm not like a company of that size or whatever. But like, if I get on if I get on a social media platform and say something, but it's vague, I should know not to make it vague. I should just know that. You can't do that. People are gonna just take it and have fun with it. They're gonna take it, they're gonna twist what you say, and they're gonna make their own narrative about it. And that's if you're just being vague. He should have come out from the beginning, if he was gonna say something like that, and say what he said to clarify it, as opposed to like, hey, here's some vague news, take it however you want, and just run with it.
All right.
Look, I don't really understand your need to defend this action.
Oh,
Like I
because,
oh, let me finish. Like he he has did and said the wrong thing multiple times and has just we're just supposed to be like, okay, no problem. Not a big deal for not being very correct multiple times on not small but large topics. Ty says right here, he says in the initial post, he said first party games were not included, and he imagines the profitability comment wouldn't apply if first party was included. He then asked again and got clarification.
Yeah. So imagine that to yourself. Then.
Like that's what I'm saying. It's just like why like would you expect your local newspaper or something like that, like say at the time, like let's go back into the early 2000s to late 90s or something like that, a local newspaper to publish an article and then be like, hold on, let me go double check this real quick. The fuck is that?
I'm a run a news story. I would imagine that this suspect blank blank blank. What do you mean you would imagine? Do you know or do you not know? Why are you telling me you would imagine? Doesn't make any sense.
I just
I mean, if that's
I don't
your
like
job,
that.
then do your job better.
Like, oh man, I don't know.
I don't know. It's not good.
all right. So
I don't
are
like
we?
it.
So okay. Moving forward, are we not taking anything he says seriously?
No, as long
Is
as
he now? Is he now in the Dreamcast pile? Is he now in the Dreamcast guy
here's the
pile?
thing. If he just says what he
I
said,
don't think anyone's in that pile.
if he would have just came out and said the thing that he said to clarify his statement up front, like, let's replay the scenario. Let's say he has that thought, that first thought that he put out there. He has that thought, but instead of just putting it out there, he goes, I wonder if that's right. Let me get some clarification and then I'll put my thought out there. If that's what he did, then there's no problem because he has the clarification to back it up. But like without the clarification, you can just get on. I could just get online. I have a hunch that whatever company will do this. Have any clarification for that? No. Just got a hunch. I just imagine. Like at that, if that's what you're gonna do, then how are you any different than anybody else online? Why can you do what you do and nobody else can? If that's what you do. Just I have a hunch and I'm just gonna say it.
Fark says he's had to clarify things one too many times. That's not good reporting.
Exactly. Like get the whole
I don't
story and
know,
then report
man.
it.
But when it comes, okay, so the reason why, like for me, when we say things like so and so has had to backtrack one too many times, then you know what my problem is with a lot of stuff like this. I like to get into specifics. I'm like, so the automatic reaction for me is, okay, what's one too many? What's the threshold of things that you can get wrong before you're not credible anymore? 12, 32? Is it a career long thing? Does it get reset every year? How are we tracking this? Because I can't think of anyone that gets everything. Even IGN backtracks.
And
If you actually pay attention, IGN backtracks every few months. It
and
happens.
I'm not going to say it's fine, but it's like that's a whole different thing. That's like a whole different discussion because it's like if a big publication, like, everybody makes a mistake at some point in their life. Whatever job you have, you have made a mistake in your life. That's fine. But if it's like you're commonly just like, hey, I was, forgot to add this. Oops. If that's just your thing,
Uh-huh.
then that's probably a bad thing.
My thing is when it's on the same topic repeatedly, it kind of gets a little like, okay, why do you keep getting this topic wrong?
Yeah, why are you even reporting on this topic if you're just consistently wrong all the time? Why are you doing this?
Well, we can't. Okay.
Can't think of a reason.
Let's move on to the next angle in this. Thank you, Ty, for bringing this up. Says, let's be clear, what Drink did was amazing, and I'm sure Xbox loved it. He galvanized the anti-Game Pass fans into the post, everyone hanging on his word. Then he turns.
He sure did. I'll give him that.
It's profitable. Guys, this was another thing that really pissed me off when I was watching this whole thing unfold. The same people, the exact same people that were like quote tweeting him and saying, see, Game Pass is dead, Game Pass is terrible, Game Pass is unsustainable, etc. As soon as he said it's profitable, even including the first party development, suddenly this guy is Pinocchio. It boggles the mind. That's what shows to me that it's like a lot of people are not objective, and this is why I was defending the whole Christopher Drain thing, because and that's why I wanted you guys to further expagorate. Because for me, I feel like making mistakes, everyone does it. In fact, we have a saying. We have a saying in the professional realm. If you're not making mistakes, you're probably not doing your job. You're not working, because a lot of people that the people that do the work, whether it's basketball, whether it's writing, whatever it is, they're making mistakes almost constantly because of how much work they're putting in. That's what usually happens. People that are working. So, oh my God, PSG just scored again. So that's why I was defending the whole Christopher Dring thing. But yeah, I found it very ironic that everyone was shitting on. Oh, sorry, the PlayStation fans was supporting him. Then when he turns around and says it's awesome, actually, suddenly he's a liar. Matt, do you think this was an Xbox dub when that happened?
Do I think it was an Xbox? I mean, I guess. I
Why am I?
guess so.
Mo says I'm a plant. Mo, why am I a plant? Go ahead, Matt.
I like, if you're asking me, was it an Xbox? I guess it was. Because I mean, from their perspective, it's like, yo, you put out a very vague, whatever you would like to call his statement or whatever, about our profits, only to come back and clarify and say, actually, yeah, it is profitable, even when you factor in, development, like studio costs and whatnot. Um, so yeah, I guess from Xbox's perspective, you could maybe see that as a dub, because it's clarification that actually what you guys are doing is profitable, even when taking into account paying the studios.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm a plant because I'm here to defend side-eye drink. Bro, Mo, you're not paying attention, Mo. I'm not defending him. I'm defending the principle of people being able to make mistakes and correct them.
I'm all for being able to make mistakes, because
It doesn't
just like,
sound like Mo's okay with that.
well, okay, but I'm just saying,
Well, like
from
to
Christopher
defend
Dring's.
Mo for a half a second, like as I said earlier, when you keep making a mistake on the same piece of material, you lose people like Mo.
Also,
Just is what it is.
Is it really even a mistake? Because he made the statement. Like if like
He didn't clarify before making this statement. He just clarified before.
Yeah,
once things got out of hand.
it wasn't a mistake that oops, I accidentally posted that. He posted it on purpose.
No.
He posted that shit on purpose, and then he went and he's like, hey, maybe I should go clarify if that's actually true after I posted it. That's not a mistake. That's
Okay.
just willingly doing something.
Okay, so first off, I barely know about Christopher Dring. Most of what I know about Christopher Dring is the ad hominem attacks that he gets, like what Mo just said there in the comment section, and what even Alex said in his video. That's most of what I know about Christopher Dring. So I can't like defend his 1,000 other mistakes or backtracking that he did in the past because I haven't been following him. But this one specifically, with this added context that even Ty explained or whatever, yeah, it's not great. It's not great. So you guys, because you guys have been tracking his career more.
Well, you didn't even let me go yet.
Tracking his career. Let's calm down. I've seen him tweet some things before.
Hold on. Let me finish. So my question is, does he make these same mistakes with PlayStation use? Now I'm curious.
Good question.
I think you would know the answer to that already if he did.
I don't understand.
I think he's saying that it probably would have come up on the show if that was the case.
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough.
In other words, I'm saying, as Ray Chi says, this guy doesn't need Big Mo. He needs the pony clicks. He's essentially like a lot of people would believe that he likes PlayStation more based off of his type of post. Am I wrong, Matt?
No.
So with that being said, I just like when he gets something like this wrong, it further then proves Mo's point a little bit. Like I'm not saying like Mo's saying some nasty stuff in the chat. I'm not gonna sit here and co-sign everything he's saying in the chat here. But like in the sense of like being a, fan or foe of somebody, he's definitely rubbed Xbox fans the wrong way majority of the time.
Fuzzy says he uses UK physical sales? Really?
I remember hearing about that because it was either him or somebody else, or he was part of it, where they were like a couple years ago. I forget what game it was specifically, but like this game sold way more on like using UK physical sales. I'm just like, dude, why? Why is that? First of all,
he was talking bad about Xbox's physical sales, and then recently Death Stranding didn't have the best physical sales, and now he's saying that it's because of the time. No, and now it's the excuse of, well, it's because of the time and it's a digital age now, and it's like,
what?
You didn't say that about Xbox when you know that they have a whole ass console that's digital. So you never thought about that at all until now. So like that's the kind of stuff that I'm saying that like people see and they're just like
Not to mention the fact that most sales on Xbox have been digital since they allowed people to do that since like 2015.
Essentially since the Xbox One came out, they just most people just went digital. with Xbox.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember I went digital as well.
As soon
Obviously,
as
there's a
I
couple.
You went proudly digital.
Yeah, I was
as
like, yeah,
soon as
I'm
I saw
You,
that
you,
was like an
you're the
option.
man that hates clutter, so you were
yeah,
proud to go digital.
yeah.
And that's your average person, to be honest. Like nobody wants to
Exactly.
get up and take the disc out and then put a new disc
Exactly.
in just to have an update on that. And,
And
like
I
Ham,
remember.
you know how many times I moved. You know how many times I moved. Can you imagine if I
more
had
than
to
me,
also
which
Gotta
I've
move all
moved a
those
lot.
games. Yep.
imagine if I had to if I had a
Mhm.
fucking cabinet with me every
You
single
don't
time
have
I
to
moved?
tell me to imagine because I do it.
Man.
Yeah, you just did it.
You imagine me,
Like,
motherfucker. Fuck out of here.
You have and you have consoles on top of games. You have consoles as well.
yes.
Don't
Each
factor
of those things have a console, which Xbox is currently trying to say to hell with partially, right? Like you don't exactly need it, which, man, I can't tell you, like, ever since they made that announcement about playing different platforms on one device, like, obviously I have a PC that does that, but like, man, it'd be nice to plug something into my TV in my front room. I know I can plug my PC to it, but I want my PC to
yeah.
be separate. And I'm actually about to get a second PC, so that might become a possibility. But more than likely, this current PC will end up in a front room, and then I'll
Also,
still want something for a bedroom. So I'll
so
still
is
end up
that why
getting.
you send me your Steam Deck? Thanks, bro. I didn't know why. I wasn't sure why, but I appreciate
Yeah,
it. I
nice,
Look,
appreciate
if
it.
you
man.
want to buy my Steam Deck off of me, I might consider selling it to you, bud.
God damn, bro, you wanna sell me your Steam Deck?
I might consider doing that.
I thought we was friends, bruh.
Oh, okay.
Gee.
Well, then I'll get you
Jesus.
your own
He's like,
for
I
full
thought you were
price.
gonna give it to me for free.
Oh,
Bro,
this man's out
Ham,
of his
Ham,
mind.
I just want to remind you. I just want to remind you, Ham, that USA has left Africa. I'm just saying, like they were feeding everyone, right?
Even Texans like yourself.
and his
God.
Steam Deck's not, and his Steam Deck's not in Africa. So there's that.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna send it down south.
All right, all right. Let's get back on topic.
Ye
Skywalker
fucking
UAV.
haw.
Skywalker UAV says Chris Ring is a known Xbox hater. Well, I was today years old
See,
when I
people
found.
just keep coming in here and just saying, I remember a moment. Like, see, this man has touched a lot of people, just not good touches. Just
Oh
bad
my
touches.
goodness. Okay, we don't. These are not Diddy touches, but they weren't good.
Nobody said that, Loke.
I'm just clarifying
The man
because
is free. Leave him alone.
the podcast is about clarifying, right? Clarifications, right? I'm also clarifying right now for you, Ham, because people will be like, "What? Ham said that Chris Drink touched people? What?" I'm just clarifying.
I did not. And I never. No. What he touches has nothing to do with my. No. Not
All
talking
right,
about that.
all
That's
right.
weird.
We're talking about people's feelings. We're talking about people's feelings. All right.
Yes.
Forex says his reporting can be biased at times. It's very noticeable how he approaches each platform. All right. So the next question for me would be, if he is so biased, why does he still get access from Xbox? Obviously, none of you guys work at Xbox, but if you could venture a guess.
Well, I think from Xbox's perspective, specifically Xbox, most people are biased towards or against, I guess, against Xbox. Most people reporting like the whole joke of like IGN being like a PlayStation sponsor, like it's a joke, but most people, not just at IGN, are biased towards PlayStation just because it's kind of the thing that you grow up with. Like most people, everybody has a bias. Every single person. You have a bias, I have a bias, Ham has a bias. We all have a bias. I think from Xbox's perspective, it's like
My bias
every
came out last night.
yeah, they know
What?
they know he's got a bias towards PlayStation. They know he has a bias against them, but it's like as far as Xbox is concerned, it's like most people do have a bias against us. So what the fuck? at this point, who gives a fuck? Like, it's not like we can just sift through all these reporters and say which one of you likes us more than PlayStation. Because if that's what you're gonna do, then you're gonna end up with a good amount less, and that doesn't help anything.
I would argue that Xbox is big enough that they could
Big
do
enough for
that
what?
to
They're big
not give
enough.
access to the PlayStation simps.
No, that you're right. They could, but that does nothing for them. That only makes them look bad. That doesn't make the people who are like biased towards PlayStation. That doesn't make them look bad, because they can get online and be like, Xbox is scared. They wouldn't even provide me a code. They wouldn't even provide me a code. This game's gonna fucking suck. They wouldn't even provide. And then they would get a bunch of people rallying around them. Why isn't Xbox providing codes for XYZ game? Whatever. What's wrong with this game? It's not a headache. It's not worth it to have that
Okay,
headache. To have
but to counter that, Matt, and who the hell is Crater Face, Big Mad Mo? Who the hell's Crater Face? To counter the
I
argument,
think
right?
he's talking about Dreamcast.
No.
Oh man.
Anyway, Matt, to counter your point,
I knew what
everyone,
he
Counter
was
my
talking
point,
about,
Lo.
but I wasn't gonna say nothing.
everyone.
Alright.
Oh, okay. Geez, man, these nicknames. I never get big enough that people come up with names like that for me. Fuck. Anyway, Matt,
Oh
following
well.
your point of view, right?
Follow it.
Wouldn't people already know? Like, yeah, Ham, you didn't get a code from PlayStation because everyone knows you're biased against them. So why you
Yeah.
bitching? Wouldn't people know that? If I'm to sit here and believe that
Look,
everyone knows that Christopher Dring is biased,
look.
wouldn't him not having access be something people would easily connect and be like, yeah, dude, he's
Okay,
biased.
so
Well,
what
like,
is
okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so what does Xbox do in this situation, Luke? Because keep in mind, Xbox
Like I said, just
owns
go to kind of funny,
again,
right? Go to
Luke.
kind of
Keep in
funny.
mind, Xbox owns a massive portion of the industry. A massive portion. So it's like we're not sending codes for a lot of games. Many, many, many games to most people.
To most of the
That
prominent people. No, hold on. To most of the prominent people. If you guys go to Metacritic, I'm telling you, at least half of the 100 reviews that come in are not biased. Get
okay.
the other half out.
But why would they do that? Because that's somebody who can say the game is good or bad. Like, again, just because you're biased doesn't mean that you can't say, like, for example, just what was it, a couple weeks ago? It was Jason Schreier. And the whole thing with Jason Schreier is everybody's like, oh, Jason Schreier doesn't like Xbox. Like, but a couple weeks ago, I
No,
saw
Jason
on Blue
Schreier is
Sky,
objective. He's
I
objective.
saw, what's that?
Jason Schreier is objective. He's not a fanboy.
But I'm just saying the thing I see online a lot is people are saying like he doesn't like Xbox. That's like the general thing I see online.
Copium.
At least a couple times a year I see that sentiment online from Jason
Okay,
around
copium.
Jason Schreier. But I was saying a couple weeks ago there's that whole narrative, but then a couple weeks ago he came out and said actually like everybody was given their game of the year pick or whatever, and he's like I think I liked Avowed more than I liked Expedition 33. It's like he can whether he has a PlayStation bias or an Xbox or Nintendo or whatever the fuck bias, you can still like something. It's still worth Xbox giving that code to somebody. Whether they end up saying, "Hey, I didn't like the game," or whether they end up saying, "Hey, I fucking love the game," it's still worth it giving that code to somebody.
Okay. Ham, I hope you haven't forgotten your point that you wanted to make earlier.
I did. I
Oh, my
completely
bad.
forgot. But
My bad. All right, we can move to the next section of this. Is
Well,
Gamepass sustainable? Ham, go ahead.
okay, now go ahead.
No. You go ahead. Is Game Pass sustainable?
What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know what they do in the next 5 years. Like, I don't know what games are coming out for sure. You know, I mean, they just got done canceling a few, so it's just so. I mean, I'll have to see. I I like Game Pass. Game Pass is worth me using, but that's the most I can answer for you on that. I'm a customer, bro. I'm not a fucking. I'm not in the boardroom or a shareholder or anything. Is it sustainable? Well, it depends on what they decide to do with it. I think it probably should be. Um, yeah, I think it probably should be, seeing that they're giving people a good reason to sign up to it, and they're also showcasing, you know, how many different ways to go about using it. So I think it should be sustainable. Is it sustainable? I don't know. I mean, the growth on it isn't as massive as they'd like, but they also are planning possibly on, you know, maybe having a new console next year. You know, it's supposed to be their 25th anniversary. They're probably going to have Gears come out. You know, Fable's going to be out there. Or it should be, you know. I mean, unless something crazy comes up again, but I think it should be. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, unless some other service comes out and it outdoes it somehow. I think it should be. The thing that would make things tough, and here's where Netflix had a big issue, right? Is when all of these other companies decided to make their own subscription service.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, some of these other companies try to, right? But they don't, and that's another one of the reasons why Microsoft went on ahead and bought more publishers and more developers, is because they want to be able to have the content flowing into Game Pass, compared to, because you can get EA access, you can get Ubisoft Plus, get those day one games, but you know they're not turning around games near as quick as Xbox's capability of doing it now. Right? I mean, hell, Obsidian, are they dropping 3 games this fucking year?
3.
Yeah.
And that's just one developer. That's like a whole year for EA.
That's like 2 years for EA. Shit.
Well, not really. I mean, you think FC, Madden, and then, you know, X game. This year, probably Battlefield, possibly, or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's also NHL. They also have the rights to NHL.
Forward to Battlefield this year.
So yeah, so like that one studio, Obsidian, has almost as much as that big ass company EA
in terms of production. Yeah,
and they might have more than Ubisoft this year.
I mean, what did Ubisoft? I mean, Shadows. What like outside of that though? I mean, did they have like a? I don't know. I have to look it up.
They shut down a game.
That's what it was. I was gonna say, did
yeah, they took a game away.
I was thinking, didn't they come out with a game, like a live service, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game that you liked.
Shut it down.
X-Defiant.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that shut down just like a month ago. Official.
Yikes.
So I mean, it's kind of interesting. I mean, you ask if it's sustainable, and to me, it's as long as Microsoft can continue to keep people interested, and then also what's making this whole train continue to run is it being available in other places as well, like Steam, PlayStation, Nintendo, they're essentially, those companies are helping sustain and make Game Pass make sense. I mean, it's a whole company altogether. So, like, if one of its biggest missions is to keep Game Pass running, then I think what they did, like it or not, makes sense for making that happen for their own community. Hey, you want games? Well, then we're gonna have to give games to other people, so then we can continue to do it, because it's probably a lot cheaper for us to be able, which it is cheaper for us to be able to play all these different games at once. We could. I mean, and a random person could subscribe to Game Pass for 3 months, play a crap ton, and get out, and then come back a little bit later. And the only way to make that kind of stuff sustainable is to kind of, I guess, to have it everywhere. I didn't like that idea a long time ago. I definitely didn't think that was going to happen. But when you think about the money, it just kind of, it makes sense. They don't have the biggest player base. They need to essentially siphon other player bases somehow, and they're not getting people to buy their hardware quick enough. Although they still have enough people to provide hardware, so they're going to continue doing it, but with the expectation of you may or might not get this, but regardless, we're getting that money from you.
Well, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, I think it should be sustainable. I mean, if they're actually following their plan, which Xbox has had plenty of problems not following their plan. If they do follow their plan, it will continue to be profitable.
Yep. I think it's sustainable because, first of all, I'm glad you mentioned it, because them putting games on other platforms is, I think, here's the thing. I think at a point it probably wasn't sustainable. And then they put Sea of Thieves on PlayStation, and they saw the numbers that shit did. And then they put Horizon on PlayStation. They saw the numbers that shit did. They're like, oh, yeah, we could do this all day then.
We could do this every day.
Yeah, we could do this forever. If everything we put out on PlayStation is gonna either top or make the top 10 most purchased things on PlayStation, then fucking yeah, it's totally sustainable.
I think a lot of people forget the point of these companies doing what they do. And I mean, a lot of people think they're doing it for the popularity of the fans, but I can tell you tell you what, if Joe fucking Burrow didn't get a contract, he wouldn't be playing football. You know what I'm saying? If they weren't making money or trying to make the most money that they possibly can, then they wouldn't be doing this stuff. And then on top of that, I mean, the only person that really seems to be caring about being cool but doesn't really care about being cool, is more just frugal with their money, is Nintendo. Nintendo's it's not that they don't want to be 4K, 8K, or all this other pretty stuff. They're just frugal. They're just a frugal company that doesn't want to spend an exorbitant amount of money chasing something when they can beat your ass with something much less functional. Like,
no. Hold on.
Or I shouldn't say functional, but I shouldn't say functional. I should say much less
expensive,
new and exciting, and or I guess I can't even say that. Yeah. Just to say it's just expensive, right? They're just frugal. They're just a frugal company.
Or visually polished. They don't invent it.
So with that being said, like PlayStation and Microsoft always pride themselves on being futuristic and new and cinematic and all this like movie kind of titles and stuff like that. So, yeah, they got to figure out a way to get that money back. And you see, and it happens every time. As much as people like to say, no, that can't happen, or PlayStation would never, in due time, they always may not do the exact same thing, but they do something mighty similar. They always do something mighty similar. Everyone's mad at Microsoft for ABK. Where's all this talk about Bungie?
But ABK is
sure. But so is Microsoft and compared to Sony.
Ham.
So if you're like, but the ABK purchase is so much more than Bungie. Yeah, because it could be sure. But if I'm looking at me buying a burger and fucking Denzel Washington buying a burger,
what?
What I'm just saying, the money isn't the same. It's hurting one person's pocket more than the other.
Dude, Xbox is hurting. You fit 9,000 people.
You're missing everything that I'm saying right now because you're trying to argue.
Okay. Go ahead.
What I'm simply saying is that you look at one thing. A purchase is a purchase. And it making sense? Is it making sense? ABK was purchased by Microsoft. Sure, you could say it's a lot more money. Yeah, I agree with you. But who has more money between the two companies?
The one that bought the bigger thing.
Exactly. So the one that bought the bigger thing can maybe afford to make a mistake with that bigger thing compared to, Sony. Maybe they can afford to make the mistake with the smaller purchase compared to if they were to try to get ABK. Imagine if Sony tried to get ABK and it fell apart. It could completely wipe Sony. Yeah. Nah, maybe I'm being a little overzealous with that. Maybe not completely wipe them, but it would damage them a hell of a lot more than it damaged Microsoft.
True.
Yeah, imagine ABK under Sony in the same position that Bungie is currently in. That's you spent so much more money to have that result. It's not. That wouldn't look good for your shareholders. And at the end of the day, that's what these companies care about is their shareholders, and that would not go over well with those people.
All right, so we're assuming that it's profitable. Sustainable. We're assuming Gamepass.
I think if it wasn't sustainable, it would have stopped years ago. And and I think also to Ham's point earlier about it coming to PlayStation and other places, PC obviously first, but that was a move to make sure that it remained profitable, that it was something that they didn't have to worry about. I think if they just said, hey, no more games day one on Game Pass, we probably wouldn't have seen them do what they did with the whole multi-platform strategy.
Look, you like car analogies, so I'll use one.
Yes, let's go with cars.
All right. So if I bought a Toyota, right. that's usually a middle class car, right? A Toyota.
Depends which Toyota. There's some Toyotas.
Let's say I get a 4Runner.
All right.
Let's say I get a 4Runner. That's pretty middle class, right?
Okay.
And but it's prone to a transmission issue.
Mm-hmm.
In its 4th year. Okay. Let's bring Denzel back. Denzel decides to get a Mercedes G-Wagon.
Change.
It has transmission problems every third year, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at me and looking at Denzel, who do you think made the worst decision in the sense of, bank account versus problem?
You will probably screw them.
That's kind of what I'm saying right now. A bad purchase is a bad purchase, but if you have a lot of capital and can kind of, do something to fix it, I would rather go with the person that got more money.
Okay, Ham.
In that sense than the other. And I'm just saying, like, they're both issues at the end of the day, but one person's issue is a lot bigger than the other person's issue because of the financials.
So where I disagree with you here is that this is not Denzel. This is Mark Zuckerberg. And
What?
Mark, yeah.
Okay.
Microsoft is Mark Zuckerberg in this analogy.
You might as well just use Satya at this point.
And have you heard the stories of how frugal Zuckerberg is? Like, this motherfucker gets mad when his wife wants to buy t-shirts that are more than $5. He gets upset. That's Microsoft. Just because they have money in the account, they have shown us that just because they have money in the account, they're not willing to just keep on spending. That's why 9,000 people are out of a job. And that's why there's predictions from a lot of experts that this ain't it, bro. This is the tip. This is just the tip. Why? Because yes, Microsoft has more money than God. They don't want to spend it though. Not like that, at least. So that's where I would disagree with you on this one, Ham. They do have the money, no doubt, but they've shown from their.
Well, what are you disagreeing on in particular? Like, because do you remember how this subject started?
We're talking about the sustainability of Gamepass. It's an analogy, Richie. It's an analogy. Jeez, man. Don't take it so literal, Richie. It's a ham. We're talking about Game Pass, sustainability of Game Pass. Just because Microsoft has all the money in the world does not mean that they're going to just keep on throwing money at something that they're losing money at.
But they're not losing money, Loke.
They're not. No doubt.
You're right. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. They're not losing money. You asked me if it should be, if it will be sustainable, and I said it should be. And then like ABK and stuff got thrown in, and I brought up some of the other stuff, and I'm just like, it's really interesting that people are, asking if it's sustainable, which it's already shown that it's profitable for them. Sure, maybe after the cuts, I don't know if it was. I think it was profitable. It must have been profitable before the cuts, right? It would have had to have been.
You know what the biggest indicator for me is that it's profitable. It's not these insiders saying it is or whatever. It's the fact that Microsoft, just like Google, has an entire website dedicated.
I agree with that, Ron.
Facts, Ron. Microsoft, just like Google, has an entire website dedicated to showing us that they do not continue to invest if they're losing money. Microsoft is quick to scrap stuff that they don't see a future in, that they don't see money in.
Well, yeah, we just seen that with Perfect Dark.
And it's been 10 years, guys. Fuzzy said it earlier in the pod, and I agree with you, Matt and Ham. I try to challenge what you guys say for the sake of, devil's advocate, and maybe someone in the chat will have something that's worth bringing up. But again, I believe
Josh, by any chance? No, I'm just kidding.
I,
Hate that.
I believe more in what companies do and not what they say. And what Xbox has done is not only maintain Game Pass, but they have continued to improve Game Pass. Like Game Pass, when it launched, day one, for me personally,
It
you guys,
stunk.
for again, Ham, for you guys in the
It did for
US,
me.
it was shit.
Sure did.
For me, as a guy that lived, still does, lives in Mozambique, don't
No,
have
Okay.
access, don't have access to
that
most.
city's not in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Most of what you guys
Yeah, there's a
have
Neil
access to.
Mombasa.
And I could only afford
There's a
at the
background
time,
character in Halo 2.
God damn it. I could only at the time afford one game, maybe two, if there was a deep sale per month when Game Pass came out. For me, Game Pass was a dream day one.
Well, here I want to keep people's. I want them to understand where you're coming from with this. I say it wasn't good for me because not only was I not really in need of that or see enough new games, but keep in mind I'm much different than the small town in Texas that Loke is from, where I can go straight to right down the road to a store and just see
Yes.
games.
Yes.
I have all these different websites that I can go to, just cop games cheap, easy. And this is back then. So for Loke, it was more or less when they came out with Game Pass back in 2017, it was
Man.
just like for people that didn't have quick access and they lived in rural cities of the United States and other parts of the world.
Fuck off, Ham. I don't live in a rural city.
It makes it real tough to get on that dirt road and go get you a game at the old GameStop right down next to the tavern. Right there, Lo?
Yeah, right there. Whatever, bro. Just keep going. I'm done. So going back to what I was saying, guys, for me, Game Pass was the dream day one. And that's why you guys will never understand when I tell you that even if they increase the price to $60 a month, for me and people in regions like me where secondhand games or having a GameStop or whatever, it just does not exist. And then you take our exchange rate into consideration, it is a godsend. It's freaking awesome to have a service like Game Pass. So honestly, me personally, I don't care if Game Pass is sustainable. I really, really don't. As long as it keeps existing, bro. I don't care. I really, really don't care. That's my take on it. What you mean, Luke? Ham isn't done here. Something should what?
Yeah.
Did Fark send you something on Twitter?
I don't know what you're talking about, Luke.
Ah, damn it. Fark sent you one of those edits of his. Yep, I can see you sending a. Okay. Yeah.
That doesn't look at it. That looks real to me. Looks like you
The
found
trees
your
look pretty good in your backyard.
Looks like you found your Facebook. I didn't know they had those trees down in Africa.
They do.
Africa, Texas.
Africa got them starfield trees.
Yeah.
Just like Texas.
How do you spell Africa, Texas? It's different than the real Africa, right? It's like CUH at the end, right?
Why does it look like I have a lazy eye?
It's AFRIKUH.
Yeah.
Africa? Is that
what up, Africa?
Oh man. Seriously, bro. Seriously.
I think there was some lore behind that photo. I think Big X the Plug actually took that photo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The sun is in your eyes. Yeah. Yeah, the sun's in my eyes. That's what's happening.
Not in this
Oh,
photo though. Son, he's turned. He had to turn shoulder a
It looks
little
like
bit.
Texas Ranger.
Man, Loki, you look fucking great.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like
Bro,
a real American right there.
you got all types of trees.
Like a real American. Oh, speaking of real Americans, happy 4th of July. Belated 4th of July to you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, I'm happy you
I
had
hope
a
you
good
guys-
time. Happy you had a good holiday.
Yeah. You get out there and do some grilling.
You know,
Couple
Loke
hot
was
dogs.
flipping about 12, 15
Yeah.
I had a good
patties.
time. Okay.
Had a couple, had some cowboy stew brewing.
Hell yeah.
Couple of tomahawks on the grill.
Listen,
Shit.
Mexican
When I
OT
first
running in the
go-
background with the bulls. Like Loke is having a great time.
the first time I go to Texas, like if I ever
first
go to
time.
Texas,
Oh.
if I ever go to Texas, I
I'll
want to
live in
go
this
to
fantasy
bull
world.
riding. I want to go.
He said
bull
the first time he goes, well, the thing is he has to leave there so he can go.
I have
Right.
to leave
Because he's never left, so he can't go to Texas because he's there. So he
Oh
has
my
to like
God.
come
C4
visit.
skills. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
He's got the vibe.
No, not those vibes.
Gotta find you another cowboy.
Is that why there's a spare hat? Is that why there's a spare hat on the floor?
Oh no. Luke's got him in his basement. Oh no.
Okay. I think we're done with this, right? Please tell me we're done with this.
Maybe.
Ham, please tell me we're
Are
done.
are you done pretending you don't live in Texas?
I literally do not live in Texas.
All right,
Matt,
well, I guess
so
we're not
there's our
done.
answer. There's our answer.
Matt.
Sounds like
We need
not
reality to hit Loke, so we're
Matt,
not done.
Yeah.
Ham's a piece of shit, right? Ham's a piece of shit. But you, I have literally sent you stuff from Mozambique, and you've seen the forwarding.
No.
No.
You sent me stuff that you have claimed was from Mozambique.
Look, where'd you get them cattle?
Right? That is a good photo, Luke.
Damn.
I'd be very proud of that photo. That's a good photo.
That's a slick ass vest you got right there, bud.
It is.
That hat really goes good with your skin.
It's hard. Looking at that, it's hard to imagine you without a hat, honestly.
This is.
I think that's kind of just part of you now.
It's part of me.
Yep.
Last podcast I was on without a hat. Last Friday I was on without
I
a
don't
hat.
remember that.
Stanley, my
just-
head has the right proportions. The problem is my forehead. That's what's gigantic. My head is fine. Loke looks like he starred in Red Dead Redemption 3. Bro, I would give an arm and a leg to get that
Oh
paycheck.
man, grow out your hair a little bit, and
Yeah?
you could be Lenny. You could be Lenny.
And look, maybe you should show everybody what you've been working on.
What are you talking about right now, Ham?
You should show everybody what you've been working on, Loke.
Working on what, Ham?
Your hair is almost as long as mine now, isn't it?
No, it's still pretty short. I need like another 5 years to have hair as long as yours. My hair is still kind of short.
The other cowboy that's in the house said that he needs to keep growing and loves his luscious locks.
Yeah, and since USA left
Great.
Africa, there's no like hair products, so I don't have anything to grow my hair. It'll just
How is
have
there
to-
not hair products if the hair products sponsor Africa?
I don't know, bro.
They're like, get your African hair products at Sally's. and then Loke's over here like, we ain't got no products because of America.
Yeah, because you guys be taking everything. And then if you want to buy it in the store, it's like super expensive. So yeah, literally. Ham,
Another
you need to
reason why
stop
Loke
buying.
needs Game Pass so he can afford this hair care.
Yes, that's why I need.
Mhm.
That's why I need. Yeah, Game Pass needs to survive, otherwise my hair won't grow. Mo says they don't come from Africa. Nothing comes from here, bro. Just illegal immigrants. Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
listen, anything to get off this topic about me being a cowboy that lives in Texas. All right. What's this? That's a
Anything
lie.
to
Coming to
Just
get
America.
us away from the truth.
Oh my God. What? Stanley, what? Coming to America is a documentary. That's what's happening right now.
It is, isn't it?
Okay.
Weren't you in that?
No, Matt. I was not
I
there.
swear you were in that. I saw that movie. Honestly, not too long ago. I saw it on TV.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a singer
Uh-huh.
for the
That's a good role for you, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
A main role for you. That's impressive.
I spent all my Hollywood royalty, and that's why I'm stuck doing this podcast, so I can make rent and pay for Starlink. Sapo says all our hair products are made in China. That's the thing, Sapo. Everything gets made in China, but guess where they extract the raw materials? Guess. Guess.
Texas.
Honda.
You know what? Sure. Wakanda. Loki is coming to America too. Hello. Nah, man. Dude, I
I
would
got some
fail.
Wakanda salt in my cabinet right now.
I would fail my first test when they're doing like the visa thing. Like, can you go to the States? They'll ask me a couple of questions. Be like, nah, this is going to be a problem. Nope, this guy does not qualify. All right. We're done with this conversation that Luke is a Texan and lives in Texas. We're done with this.
Are we though?
You're not done with it because it's just your life. Look at that.
How is your forehead so big that it's protruding through the crown? This
Listen,
man's forehead is
He's
unbeatable.
got to get a double stack crown.
I just want to say that's a pretty motherfucker right there. That is you know what, Fark? Well done. Well done. You know, I need to take a screenshot of this.
You need to get a cowboy hat on because those are the only things that can handle that dome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
need a big 10-gallon hat.
Yeah, that was very quick, Fuzzy. Very quick. Fuzzy, like, Fark does not mess around. 5 seconds. That's all
I
Fark
know,
does.
jeez Louise.
God
You
damn.
know what you look like in that photo?
He needs to be our graphic designer for the love of God.
For the show.
You kind of look like a young Stanley from The Office.
Damn, that's not great.
That's not great.
Like a young Stanley.
You said, yeah, Loke was fighting the power.
Reezy says that's a chrome door. Listen,
We're fighting the power and eating whatever we want.
you know what? I am the power. I'm not fighting the power. I am the power. Does the
Look,
forehead have Wi-Fi? Unfortunately, it doesn't. That's why I still have to pay for Starlink every single month, bro. I wish I had Wi-Fi,
man,
but
that
it's on
is
the
fun.
additional bill. God damn. All right, are we done? Please tell me we're done. Please tell me we're done. We're done making fun of my head. All right, we're done.
That
We're done.
made me think of that one episode where the chat just went nuts for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. That was a fun podcast.
Oh, poor Loke.
Now,
Yeah.
why is your Wi-Fi router on fire?
It's unfortunate.
Whoa!
Like, you
Why
better
is the
put that out.
PlayStation
That's
on
gonna
fire?
start. It's gonna start
We're not
brush
doing
fire.
that.
Oh, that's
We
a
are,
PlayStation.
we're not doing that. We're not putting PlayStations on fire. No, we're not doing
That'll start a brush fire if you don't put it out, Luke.
Well, go put that shit out, buddy. Quit looking at us like that.
You're gonna have half of Texas on fire within a couple hours, bud.
Bro, that Texan flag next to like a rundown shack. Is that where I live? Is that supposed to be my house?
I've never seen that house before. I don't know. Is that where I live? Liar.
BBL forehead. Oh my god.
Damn, Loke.
That is cruel. Y'all are
Busting
vicious.
down the foreheads.
Well, I'm trying to see. No one's throwing ones because of my BBL. Like taking it more like what? I don't know. Shit,
This is tragic.
it's not working. I'm gonna jiggle the BBL forehead on Friday. Promise. I'll do that.
There you go.
All
As long
right.
as you keep cooking it up, Loke, we don't care what you do, bud. Keep
What?
cooking up.
That was him last week. That was him on July.
That was it for the 4th of July, just right there a couple
Yeah.
days ago.
Guys,
Yeah. Grilled
Where'd you
out.
get all that grass?
Right?
He must have went to his uncle's town up in Houston.
listen, no joke. Ham, when you send me the Steam Deck, Ham, I need you to send me the Texas flag as well as a shirt that looks like the one that's on the screen. I want one of those.
I want Loke dressed up as like dressed up like Hank Hill for an episode.
I want
hell?
to change your name to Leatherneck Loke.
Who's Hank Hill?
Who's Hank Hill? Loke, don't do that shit.
Yeah, he's pretending now. This is nuts.
Don't even. That's insane. To gonna sit here and pretend you don't know who Hank Hill is. That's crazy.
It's the godfather of your hometown.
This guy.
No
I've
yoga
never
pants.
heard of Hank Hill.
Stop it.
That's like him being like, "Who's SpongeBob SquarePants? I've never heard of SpongeBob SquarePants."
No, everyone knows who SpongeBob is. I don't know who Hank Hill. I just googled who Hank Hill is, and yeah, interesting
And your
fellow.
computer said, "Quit fucking lying." Your computer said, "Stop fucking lying. You know who he is."
Fark, can you send us a pic of me and Hank Hill taking a fishing? Yeah, a pic of me and Hank Hill fishing. I think that'd be nice. I'm gonna put that as like my my Twitter cover. That'll be fun.
That's right.
No one will get it. No one will get it, but it'll be funny. Propane
I
man.
think everybody will understand it.
No one's gonna get it, Matt.
I
Because
think everybody in this chat's gonna understand it.
no, everyone's gonna be like, why is a random guy from Mozambique like obsessed with Hank Hill?
I don't think that's what anyone's gonna think.
I think that's what everyone's gonna
Probably
think.
not.
Ham agrees.
I think everybody will feel very validated.
Sure.
We might get more
Finally,
interactions,
he's not
probably a lot
pretending.
more likes.
Because of
Finally
Hank,
being himself.
he's not being a fraud anymore, trying to act African with that fake accent.
Yep, that fake ass accent.
That terrible fake accent you've been putting
Okay.
on for years.
You guys suck. Everyone knows that this is just a meme that got out of hand. That's what it is. Can we move on, please, from Texas Slope? Can
This
we
is
move
only
on?
a meme.
I talked to Loke's wife, and he said the first time they met, he said that was the most beautiful Southern belle that he'd ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I live on the southern tip of Africa, so yes,
Yep. That's okay.
Is that-
Okay.
is
Look,
it-
yeah, that's where
is
you
that-
live. All right.
Mozambique is literally on the southern tip of Africa. So
That's
Hey.
what we're calling Galveston, Texas now.
Yep. He just thinks that if he lists off facts about Mozambique, that we'll just be like, oh yeah, okay.
One of these days, Luke. One of these days.
Guys, listen. There's no okay. Here's some quick facts, and my mic is on. You guys, there's no clicking on my keyboard, so I'm not googling anything. These are just some facts from Mozambique that no American knows. Like
God,
literally,
he's
there's no
memorized
American
them.
Well,
knows.
look, they do still teach. You know,
He's
I mean, they definitely teach you in school about things that happened in Africa, so you can save it.
I'm telling you stuff that's happening now that you guys have no. There's not a single American knows what I'm about to say right the hell now.
Luke's using the touch screen on his phone.
Not a single American except for me. I'm the only
You're right.
American who knows about this.
You know what? All right. Let's do this. What the fuck, right? What the fuck do I have to do? I'm not even asking you, Ham. Fuck you, Matt. Chat. No, fuck you too. Both of y'all. Y'all can go fuck off. Chat. What do I need to do? What do I need to do so you guys can call Matt and Ham the frauds that they are? What do I need to share with you guys? I'll do it.
They're gonna say the truth. They're gonna say the truth.
How can
That's
I
all they
prove?
want.
Well, you need to drop that ridiculous accent. You need to stop that. It's not fooling anyone.
That's not even your native tongue. We know that
Exactly.
you're bred by
Your Texas
by
boy.
by some different folks.
Chat, help me. What would you guys like to see? What would you? I can. What's this? Reezy says Loke's dating profile will read I wrestle lions and play. God damn it, Reezy. Be helpful. What can I do to prove to all of you guys, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I actually do live in Mozambique?
Loke, do you speak Spanish?
I don't want to answer that question because
Yeah, I'm sure you don't want to answer
Sounds
that
like-
question,
that
do
sounds
you?
like yes.
Sounds like a bilingual Texan that we have right here.
A lot of Texans know Spanish. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's just an interesting fact about Loke.
Guys, you guys
Is there any southern, any other language south of Texas that you know, Loke? Is there?
Do you guys realize we've wasted like 10 minutes on just this?
Hey, look, why don't you give me some Portuguese?
Why is the chat laughing? Chat, you guys should be mad. Tell us to get back on topic.
Throw us in some Portuguese.
Fuck off, man. Damn, Jesus.
I think
Christ.
I'd like to hear some Portuguese. I don't know Portuguese very well because I'm not from Texas, but
you think Texans speak? All right. Here's a good one.
I don't even know Spanish very well.
Asmongold is Texan. Asmongold's Texan. This motherfucker doesn't know a lick.
Oh, I didn't know he knew Spanish
or Portuguese. He doesn't know none of those.
Oh yeah.
So what's up?
Cool.
Well, we know, Loke, that us brothers and sisters of the darker descent have to work a little harder than those that are fair skinned.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't doubt that you have a few more languages than the Caucasian.
Ham, I'm never telling you anything ever again. Like, dude, ever again. Everything. This guy is just like turning it on me. I can't believe you asked me if I know how to speak Spanish or Portuguese. That is nasty work, Ham. That's why I didn't want to answer you. I was like, this motherfucker wants to throw a Uno reverse card at me. I'm not gonna answer you.
I'm not throwing anything on you, man. I think a lot of people know that the Germans and English were pretty prevalent in Africa, so I'm wondering why is it that you know so much dang Spanish? Why you know so much Portuguese? Look, I think it's because he's He's from the western part of the
No,
world.
literally,
He's
no.
from the western part of the world. And
Everyone
he's
knows
trying to pretend that the desert that he lives in isn't West Texas when it's really West Texas and not Mozambique. I mean, we
No,
just
who's
know it
really
is what
betrayed
it
me?
is.
The people that have really betrayed me today is the chat. The chat, you guys are just sitting here laughing your asses off. Reezy's like, Ham is unhinged today. Y'all are just laughing.
Having a good time.
People skills is just spamming laughing emojis. Everyone knows this is come on, guys. Come
I
on.
get to be unhinged when the truth isn't being told.
All right.
Exactly.
Em, don't you want me?
I get
want
pretty
you to be
flustered.
yourself. That's
All right.
all we want.
I've been working with this man as an underground psychologist for Loke, trying to remind him where he is, but he just keeps forgetting.
Oh my god.
He has what we call early stage dementia.
Yes, dementia comes from forgetting him, not from creating an entire illusion about
You're
something
right.
that doesn't exist.
You're
So,
right.
This is all an illusion. Do not listen.
all
These
right.
guys are tricksters. They are tricksters.
All right. God damn it.
Some tricksters.
God damn it. All right.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
We have 10 minutes before we end the show. Right?
Oh, man.
What do I need to say? What do I need to say for you guys to leave it alone? Because clearly the chat's not going to help me. The
You know
chat's
what you
not.
should say, Luke? Just say, I'm from Texas. My name
And then
is
you guys
Luke,
will
and
stop.
I'm from Texas.
And then you, and then you guys will stop.
And your real accent.
What do you mean by real accent?
Look, it's already 5:00. It's gonna be pretty heavy on I-35 anyways.
Yep.
Let's just kick back and relax.
Oh, that's an interesting fact, Fuzzy. Texas has the largest black population in the U.S. That's interesting. I thought it'd be like Atlanta or like Georgia or something. That's weird.
Well, I mean, keep in mind, you know this. Look, Texas is huge. It's massive. A lot of people in Texas. All kinds of different colors. Big melting pot down there.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Luke's constantly pots. I mean, that has nothing to do with today's topics. But yeah.
All right, I guess we're done. All right, let's move on. Cyberpunk. Jesus. Cyberpunk 2077 headlines July's PlayStation Plus games for PS5. Gentlemen.
Dude, they're having a pretty good month over there.
Hell yeah.
I saw that.
Yep, the other games that are going there include Twisted Metal 3, Twisted Metal 4 for PlayStation Plus Premium. What else is coming? Abiotic Factor, Banishes, Ghost of New Eden. Banishes is a very good game. Bluey, Planet Zoo, Risk of Rain 2, Tropical 6, and New World Eternal. Fellas, is PS Plus now on the same level as Game Pass?
That depends on depends on who you ask, but I'd say for me, no. I was kind of disappointed. I mean, not like it matters because I'm not on PS Plus, and I do already have the game. But I was kind of disappointed to see that like the Cyberpunk isn't the one with Phantom Liberty also. But I guess I mean it's fair enough. I mean, and Cyberpunk's a huge game, and it is kind of fair to be like, yo, just pay up for the DLC. But that's a good month. I mean, I haven't been keeping up to date with what they're doing on PS Plus because, like I said, I'm not a member. But like, that's the best month for them that I can remember in a good long while.
It's been like 3 solid months, if we're being honest.
I was gonna say this year has not been too bad for them.
Yeah.
For like,
I haven't been keeping
games.
up. Then I've been out of the loop, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a very strong month. I still need to
They've had
beat
a good, they've had a
Banishers.
great year, but it's for what you're paying for it. Loke asked if it's better than Game Pass, and
No,
I'm just gonna cut you in line and tell you not even close.
Reezy says it's because of the day and date. Do you agree with that?
That's one of the reasons.
I mean that's a very big reason.
It's also pretty nice that I can play it on my PC as well, and it's not a cloud version of the game. It's an actual download. So I mean that's
Exactly.
another
Like
piece. I mean there's a lot of different facets.
exactly what Ham said with
I
the
wouldn't
whole
have been
cloud
able to
thing.
play college football 26 trial without it because that's part of EA Play,
That's true too.
and it's
I
not
also
available on PC. Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
no, you're fine. You're fine. I also think, like Ham said with the cloud thing, it's hard for me to get like pumped. Like it's cool that Twisted Metal's there. Like it's cool that they're acknowledging Twisted Metal, but like it's also hard for me to get super pumped about that. Or not. I don't know. Maybe those ones are you can download them natively. I'm not sure because I know some games you can download natively, but like a lot of that catalog is cloud based, which is a bummer. As good as their cloud has, or as better as it has become over the last, I don't know, 5 years, I'd still rather download all those old games, especially because they're like old games. Those games would be nothing to download, like a gigabyte, 2 gigabytes maybe, be nothing to download. It's just
It still takes a little bit though because the PlayStation and the 360's download speeds aren't that
sure,
high.
yeah.
Or,
It
yeah,
just
download.
it kind of stinks that it's not you know native on the hardware. Outside of that, though, Banishers is a really good get. I really enjoyed that game. I never beat it. I still need to beat it. And then
The
obviously
story's really
Cyberpunk's one of
good.
the yeah, dude. The story is fucking great in Banishers, and Cyberpunk's like one of the best games of the generation. Period. So that's those two games right there are already like that's an amazing month.
Yeah, look, you gotta play Banishers. You'll really like that story.
Yeah, yeah. How much is it on the Steam sale?
It's probably fairly cheap.
Probably like
I don't think
25,
it's a
30
full.
bucks.
I don't
It's
think
20
it's a
bucks.
full price game to begin with.
It's 20 bucks right now.
Yeah,
All right.
I
It's
believe it.
perfect.
It was like $50, I think, when it came out.
Let me
Yep.
add to cart. Let me add to cart. The
Very
Steam sale
positive reviews.
has been wild. Oh yeah, very positive. 120 recent reviews, 4,000 plus total reviews. So yeah, it's wow. It's a
Yeah, it's a good
very
game.
well, very good
It's
game.
let me put it this way. It's probably what you wanted Hellblade to be.
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm being honest, it's probably the style of game that you wanted Hellblade to be.
Mm.
But go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So PS Plus has been kicking it. It's been very good this year. I think we need to celebrate the form of PS Plus. Like, but
Even
we
though
also
you
have
loved
to.
Hellblade, I forgot that you said you loved that game.
Oh God. We
He
okay.
was
You know
actually
what?
really
I'm not
enjoying
gonna
it.
fight it. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna fight it because I thought the
You
Texas
should,
thing.
because
We
you
lost
should.
10
You told
minutes.
me it. Should.
Yeah, sure, whatever. But going back.
I love this is like the one thing because I love this because Loke is like dead set that he never said that, but like he literally actually did,
God damn
and
it!
and I love that.
We're
I
not gonna
really
lose.
love
We're
that.
not going to lose another 10 minutes. We're not going to do
I
another.
heard it. It was great.
Yeah, yeah.
So going back to Cyberpunk and PS Plus, it's been awesome, and I'm very happy for PS Plus. A lot of people have been crapping on it, and it's been deserved. It's a very good value right now. But I think everyone also needs to pump the brakes, right? The only people that say that PS Plus is forget better than Game Pass on the same. The only people that say it's on the same level of Game Pass is like fanboys. It's like people that are disingenuous, right?
Kind of like
It- it-
yourself, because Big
I
Man goes
have
right here on the screen.
I've never said that PS
Mm,
Plus was better than Game or even on the same level. The same like it's not even in the same solar system of Game Pass.
We're just
I've
talking
never
about
said that.
ignorance in general and not remembering things you said.
What? What are we talking
yeah.
about right now?
Being
What,
ignorant.
what are we talking about? I'm lost
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I'm sure you are.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for you to explain.
Well, I mean, we were just talking about how great Hellblade was,
yeah.
and how great you thought it was.
I did not say it was great. I did not say
He
Hellblade
said
was
it's
great.
actually really good. No, you
Man,
said no.
That's
Excuse
what
me.
he did
man,
say. You're right.
Excuse
He
me.
did. He didn't say
Excuse me.
great.
You said I'm actually really enjoying it.
I did not say really. I said kinda enjoying it.
No, you
No,
said
no, you
really.
didn't.
Matt,
No, you didn't. You
Matt.
didn't. No.
See,
Oh
it's
my.
crazy how the truth just slowly pours in.
All right, all
You
right,
know, these
all right.
lies
If
are
I
hitting
say
hard
if
for
I
this
say it,
man.
I said it's really good. Can we move on, please?
That's
Because
up to
Yeah,
this.
you.
yeah. Please repeat it.
That's up to you.
Oh my God. No, 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 no. I'm
Repeat
not
it.
gonna say that. Nope, nope, nope.
Nope.
Y'all can go on. Go ahead.
No,
Keep
he
saying
doesn't
whatever
want to
you want.
say that he said that.
I'm not.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
Loke's
fair.
he's no Vince Carter. He does not have one more in him. So
Nope. Nope. Does not.
Yes,
Shame.
fuzzy. I think it's a two-pronged attack. It's not just day one on Game Pass. Game Pass, even in terms of the other games that are on there, like third party that are on there, the ones that go there day one, or the ones that go there like 3 months after release, very quickly. Game Pass, like there's no chance right now. Comparing Game Pass to PS Plus is like comparing, um, I don't know,
lamb to tuna fish.
no, it's like comparing my whole body mass being Game Pass. PS Plus is like an ant that was just born yesterday.
Damn, Loke, that's not nice. Jesus.
It's not even a fully grown ant. It it's struggling to maybe get eaten by the other ants. Eaten by the other ants. That's how tiny it is. Like you can't even compare the two. But just because it's not as good as Game Pass does not mean we should not celebrate the wins. And you know what? For the last 3 months,
Loke said it's not about size, it's what you do with it.
it's what you do with it. PS Plus does not have size. But hey, PS Plus is trying very hard right now. So we all have to be like, good job. All right, keep trying. Keep trying. Because at the end, all gamers win. Jack says didn't find that on PS Plus. What didn't you find, Jax? What didn't you find? All right. So that's Cyberpunk 2077. PS Plus is doing awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Next, Stalker 2 is coming to PS5 later this year with PS5 Pro enhancements.
Ooh,
Matt,
goodness.
thoughts? And we'll go
I
to
didn't
Hampers.
even hear about that news, but that's cool.
Yeah.
That's another game I still need to I still need to beat. Maybe whenever it launches, because by the time it launches there, I would imagine like obviously they have the game like as patched as it can possibly be at that point. When did you say it comes out on PlayStation?
Later this year.
Also, no like specific thing.
No specific release date has been announced.
Okay, I'll have to keep an eye on it. But yeah, that game is that game was really fun, but I was just getting kind of tired fighting the performance issues in it when I was playing. Um, but I'll have to jump back in. But yeah, that's good for them though. They get to play it.
Yeah. Is it stable now, Ham?
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine the last time I played it. Yeah. I definitely would say it's good to go. Compared to when I played it early in its launch, for sure. I mean, I re-downloaded it like a couple of months ago and played a few hours of it, and I didn't have any issues. So I'd say it's fine.
To download it again.
But yeah,
I think I have it downloaded.
as for it going to PlayStation, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, if Xbox's first party stuff are going over there, then why wouldn't their second party stuff go over there? If you even want to call it that, right? But most of all, good for I think it's GSC, right?
Yeah, GSC Game World.
Yeah, good for GSC Game World because they're in the middle of war, so the more money that they can get, the better. So
yep,
good for them.
Mm.
I'm also kind of surprised. I mean, maybe they were obviously like having a war going on. It kind of derails things quite a bit, but like. Because before the game came out, it was the rumor. I don't even know if it was a rumor. It might have been actually confirmed. That was like a 3-month timed exclusive. So, I mean, it took them what? I mean, I guess I probably will say it'll come out in November if I had to guess. So like a full year. Again, a war is going on, so it's like kind of busy at the moment. But like, I was kind of expecting it to be out before that. But it's coming, so that's good.
All right. All right. More Xbox ports. Look forward to Stalker 2. Next, we have the game that just will not leave us alone. The Last of Us Part 2's latest update adds another
Yay!
way to experience the campaign.
Yay!
The free update will allow players to experience the story of The Last of Us Part 2 chronologically, as opposed to the non-linear approach that the original game took. Matt,
Yeah.
tell us how much you're looking forward to playing The Last of Us Part 2 one more game.
What's funny is I've only beat that game once. I beat it once. I loved it, and every time I go to play it again, I get to the part where they kill Joel, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. This game is really depressing. I don't really want to play it that much. That's
Yep.
that's that's the kind of game I experienced once, and I'm like, that was fucking great, and I'll never experience it again, more than likely. Um, but I guess if you haven't played the game, or if you're a psychopath who has and you love playing it over and over again, then now you got another way to play it. You play the game in chronological order, which I feel like to me would kind of just, I don't know. I feel like that kind of mess things up, but I don't know. It's cool that it's there, I guess, for people who really want to do it.
For the people that care. All right, Ham, are you interested? What are your thoughts on this?
It's kind of irritating, personally.
Why?
How many times are you going to repackage the same short story? I just, I mean, I'm just not in love with it. And the thing is I know it's a mode. I know it's a mode. It's just like that mode isn't bringing me back to the game because, like, it's, to me, they're just like, I re-scrambled the same puzzle. You want to do the same puzzle again? And I'm just like, no. Like it's just I'm not interested in it even slightly. If they would have all the time that they spent in giving me the same thing over and over, they could have probably gave me a third piece, short story or something. You know, kind of like Uncharted did with Legacy of Thieves.
Yeah.
They could have gave me something like that. But all this extra just all right, let's make, the people walk around you differently. Let's up the graphics. Let's, smush some stuff in there. And now, let's have a chronological. It's just like you're doing everything but giving me something new. You're doing everything but giving me something new. So, no, I'm not interested at all in it. Not even slightly. At least when they redid Skyrim 20 times, they kept adding stuff to it. Like, they're not adding anything here. And it's not like the game, you could just put mods in it or something like that. I mean, the only way you could do that is if you have a PC. So to me, it's just, I don't know. This is nothing. To me, just a big nothing burger.
Let me try and be a bit charitable. And you guys know how much I hate this. You guys know how much I hate this.
Yeah, but you also hate making sense too, so.
No, but listen. Listen.
Yeah, new Devil's Advocate by Loke coming in 2 seconds.
Cozy has replayed Mass Effect like 10 times.
It's a long ass story.
I've played Mass Effect a couple of times.
Matt's played Mass Effect a couple of times. I've replayed Metal Gear ad nauseum. I don't know. There's a part of me. You guys know how much I hate Part 2, right?
Well, we know.
But if we're being fair, right? If we're being fair,
let's be fair.
I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, because if this was something that was being done for Mass Effect, for Halo CE, for Metal Gear, would we be bothered? Would we be mad about it?
I'm not even that mad. I just don't care about it, really. I'm just like I think, like I said, I think it's cool if you're somebody like I remember a couple years ago. There's like this guy, I forget his name, but there's a guy on Twitter who he fucking loves Last of Us Part 2. He played like thousands of hours of it. And keep in mind, it's just a campaign. He's played it like thousands of hours. I'm sure that guy's fucking ecstatic. That guy's loving this.
Hell yeah.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm like, hey, I'm happy for you, guy. I hope you enjoy it again. But I don't. I just don't care. I'm kind of with him. Like this is a nothing thing for me. I don't care about it. It's cool that it's there, but I don't care.
Yeah, Matt, your whole point, or not Matt, but Loke.
Yeah.
Your question to me was, do I find this interesting or would I play it?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that this is, like I just got done saying, you recut the same puzzle and threw it on the table and said, we have a brand new puzzle. And I'm not enthused to get the same picture. You know? I mean, as much as Seawolf is in here, squeezing his panties until they fucking drip some sort of liquid.
Oh my god.
As much as he's in here doing this graphic shit, I said the same thing to Matt about Gears of War. Didn't I?
I think
I said the exact same thing to Matt about Gears of War. Because Matt was like, oh man, I can't wait to play this. This is going to be pretty cool. You down to play with me? And I was like, I'll play it with you, but I'm not stoked.
You said that on the pod. I remember you said that on the pod.
Yeah. I'm just, it's the same story It looks a little prettier. I'm happy they're preserving it, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna spend any money on that at all. And luckily, if you're an Xbox consumer, you didn't have to spend any money for it. They sent you a damn email and said, "Keep this shit." I mean, we know PlayStation would probably give you a make it a $10 upgrade, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, either one of those games, I don't really care if Gears had like a chronological, even though the game is in order, but like even if they had something like that, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's still the same story, no matter if you even randomize it. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
He said Nintendo He said Nintendo charging 20. Like the problem is charging, right?
Yeah.
So you can push the problem to Nintendo, but the problem is still in your yard.
Yeah. Yeah, we can agree on that. There's no need to be charging people for stuff they already have. Like what Xbox did with Gears Reloaded it's kind of wild. I also got my copy of that. But yeah, it's crazy. The other two would never do that. Never.
Think about if you like. Look, you're into PC gaming now. Think
Yeah.
about you buy a game on PC. You bought Elden Ring on PC. You loved it, right? Let's say
Yeah.
next generation they enhance Elden Ring on the consoles or some shit. I don't know what they do, but then they're like, "Hey, PC players, we didn't forget about you. $10 upgrade so we can turn up the graphics for you.
Fuck off.
We're gonna
Fuck
turn up
right
these
off.
graphics for you $10. Imagine that.
Fuck off
Like
with that rubbish. No, thank you.
that's and then we sit here and wonder why don't they do that on PC? Because nobody would get that shit.
No
Nobody would
one.
get it.
No one.
It's like you gotta like you can like these companies all you want, but like I make no mistake about it. I'm not secretive about it. I have a bias towards Xbox, but when they do shit I don't like, you gotta get on here and you gotta call them out for it.
Yes.
You kind of you have to do that because if you don't, I mean your voice is one of like millions of voices, and it takes millions of people to say things to get corporations to understand and start and not just say things but actually do things to get corporations to understand and like maybe change course. So if you're not doing that, then you're not really helping. Or you don't really care about the company. You just care about the good image the company has.
You know, and I like to I like to fuck with Seawolf in the chat, but I've heard him mad multiple times at this point.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it in here.
At Herman Holst and some of the shit that they've been doing. So as much as Seawolf gets under some of y'all's skin in here, he's not like he might be annoying to you because he's like very staunch about hating Xbox, but at least he does say something about his own side sometimes. Not as much as he probably should, but sometimes, right? I've definitely heard him talk about Herman Holst and the whole live service and all that, and it's been a fucking mess over there.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. And all we can do is just do what you are planning to do, Ham, with your with Madden, which is not participate, because it will feel like, oh, it's just me not spending $60, but your $60 gets aggregated into the $20 million sales when they announce the $20 million sales. So if yours is not there, then someone else also doesn't participate, and someone else, and someone else, and someone else.
And that's
The
why I
next
said the thing about college football, right? That's why I was like,
yeah,
yeah, I'll get it when it's on sale. They ain't getting me for that 70. Nah.
yeah. And what's going to happen if we get enough people like Ham saying, you know what, I might not change the tide, but I won't participate. If we get enough people like you, Ham, one of the bean counters is going to tell the guys at EA, yeah, so last year we lost 50% of our day one adopters. A whole bunch of people bought it like in December, in January, in February, but day one we lost 50%. When that happens, that's when they're like, all right, we need to hire a team, or we need to pick a team within EA to go and investigate, go to social media, go to YouTube, go and check what the hell people are talking about and go fix that crap. Because now we're talking about the pockets. But we have to be brave enough to be willing to be the only one. Because I feel like a lot of people don't want to boycott and be the only one outside. They don't want to run that risk. But as soon as we can get over this thing of you want to boycott and you want to make sure everyone else is with you, and you just do it because it's the right thing to do, that's when things will change. Until then, we're stuck. We're stuck. But hey, if super fans like Ham are getting tired, then I'm guessing others are also getting tired. All right, moving on. Ghost of Yote State of Play featuring nearly 20 minutes of gameplay is coming this week, ladies
That's a
and
lot of game to
gentlemen.
show. Jesus.
It's a lot of what?
That's a lot of game to show on something that's not an RPG.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And entire 20 minutes. That's tomorrow. Sorry, it's today. It's past midnight my time. Yeah, it's today at 10 p.m. July 10th, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. British. What? It's at 10 p.m. Oh, fuck that. Fuck all of that. I am not watching this live. Not live.
You'll be up for it. You'll be doing everything plus gaming, right?
Yeah, but fuck. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we might just stream it during the. No, but does PlayStation do like copyright?
I
They usually
mean,
put that. Hold on, they usually put
I'm
that in
sure any
the.
company does copyright. I'm pretty sure that no company is really above doing that,
No, but
unless it's stated otherwise.
yeah, usually PlayStation they state it on the streaming thingy. All right. Anyway, while I search for this, Matt, what's your excitement level for Ghost of Yote?
My excitement level is I didn't even know that was happening. That is my excitement level. And
well, now that you
that's
know, how
not
excited are you?
so. So
So excited.
for the game, I'm kind of excited. For the showcase, I really don't care. I really don't care.
All right. Matt doesn't care. Ham?
I'm more excited than Matt, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is a day one for me.
It's not for me.
I'm not sure because that's going to be kind of a crowded spot when it's coming out. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to say that I don't know yet because they're dropping it in a very crowded area. I'm going to be also still be playing Borderlands probably at that time. And if college football goes on sale by then I'll be getting that before Yote. So I don't know. I'm excited for it because I know I'm going to be getting it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, and that kind of goes with the whole thing that we were talking about last week or whenever. Yeah, I think it was this last Friday. You were here this last Friday, weren't you, Lo?
Yeah, I was.
So yeah, I'm kind of falling in love with what Mental said. this whole idea of just buying games day one, I'm just getting so tired of feeling kind of burned.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of it. Like, playing college football disappointed the fuck out of me, dude. And like I said, the game had brand new things and stuff in there that was interesting to me, and I wanted to get it. But some of those performance issues that I was just having, just like, it reinforced to me, like, hey, probably shouldn't spend $70 on something that's just having issues on a trial. It doesn't really give you confidence, right? So, and every time I think of buying something day one, I have a flash of fucking Callisto Protocol just like run through my head. Like every time now that I think about buying something day one, I just think of Callisto Protocol. And Callisto Protocol wasn't even like broken like that or anything. It was just a $70 game that lost value really fast.
Yeah.
And it made me kind of feel like a clown for buying it for $70 when a couple months later people were getting it for like $25. So yeah, I think I'm gonna fall back a little bit, and that also makes me then want to take more advantage of Gamepass, right? Yeah, Big Mad Mo. I'm not even saying Callisto was a bad game. It was just like the value proposition. Like Matt can even tell you because he was there early, just like I was.
Day one.
Buying it for $70, and then 2 months later they're like, "Hey, you guys, we fixed all the issues." It made me feel like a fucking. I mean, the thing that Seawolf always says, right? It made me feel like the thing that Seawolf always says, like a beta tester. It made me feel like I was a beta tester, and the real game came out for half the price with better gameplay. I just felt so dumb. I don't regret the story because I thought the story wasn't too bad. I thought the story was pretty good, but the gameplay wasn't the best to me, and that was one of the things that they fixed.
Yeah, did a bunch of things to the gameplay.
Yeah, where things happen faster, healing yourself is quicker, switching the guns are faster. Things that you had issues in when you played it day one. Like, because, and Matt can attest to this as well, there were some times where you're trying to switch your weapon or just heal yourself real quick, and it was just so slow. And sometimes you'd end up in a bad save state, so you'd have to just keep dealing with that slow ass animation over and over and over. Oh my god, it was so. It felt like one of those moments where you respawn. In the oh god, what is that fucking place called? God damn, I'm having a blank right now. What's that infamous map on Halo 1?
Blood Gulch?
No, single player.
Oh, single player.
The Flood.
Oh, the library.
Yes, that game reminded me of having a bad spawn in the library.
Yeah.
Because it was like as soon as you spawn, you're running for your life.
Yep. And then they fixed it a couple months later, and everybody got to play
Yep. And all of us that supported the dev. They didn't support me.
They still lose their jobs, bro. They still lose their motherfucking jobs.
Yeah. My support didn't matter.
Let's not sit here and lie to ourselves.
Look, I'm exhausted.
All right. So Ghost of Yote, for me, I, bro, you guys talking about you don't know if it's gonna be day one. I
I
don't
know
think
it's
I'll.
gonna. I think it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be day one though for me. Yeah.
No, no, I'm not even arguing that. I'm not even arguing that. I'm just saying like you guys are saying like it's probably not day one. I don't think I'll ever buy this game
But why? Is it a
because
woman?
I'm mad. No, what, dude? Come on, nothing to do with women.
Yeah, I know. This man likes women a little too much in games. So.
Bro, you know this. You know this. Harry. You know this. I'm
Luke's,
just mad.
Luke's waiting for it to come on PC so he can toss some mods in it.
Oh hell no, 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 no.
He's
Well,
like,
actually,
"Oh, Stellar Blade, how did you end up here?"
no. See, that's the difference. I got Stellar Blade day one on PlayStation, even though I knew that yeah, when it goes to PC, I'll probably get that too.
Did you get it?
Not yet. No. Um, it-
Fraud.
honestly, Ghost of Yote. I'm just upset that I don't get to play as Jin Sakai again.
That's fair.
I'm very upset about that. And this story about oh no, his story was complete and whatever. It's like stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, it doesn't. It didn't have to be. It's not like he died.
And not just that, Ham. These people, right? These people, when they want to, they can make a sequel from whatever. Just tell us the
They
truth.
possibly could.
You didn't want to make a Jin Sakai sequel. Well, I don't want to play a game that's essentially the sequel to Jin Sakai, but no Jin Sakai. It's like, all right, then y'all have a
But
good one.
you didn't know Jen Sakai until you played as him. So why wouldn't you think that playing as this person you might not get that same kind of feeling?
For the same reason that Kojima fucking lied to us for Metal Gear Solid 2. He knew we'd be mad, dude. So he put us in a situation where we bought the damn thing. We played we played as Snake for the first, I don't know, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then it all went to shit.
Yeah,
But we were
Seawolf
kind
nailed
of,
it right as you were saying that. He said you want MGS.
who said what?
Seawolf, right as you were saying Metal Gear Solid 2, he put that in the chat.
Exactly. Exactly. The thing with MGS2 is that we went in thinking we were going to play a Snake. We played a Snake for like an hour with all those brand new mechanics around stealth, hiding bodies, and all this new shiny stuff that was now on the PS2 that we didn't have with the PS1 version of MGS. And we're like, yo, this game's peak. And then 1 hour, an hour, 30 minutes later, it's not Snake anymore, but you're already roped into not only the story, but the goddamn new stealth mechanics that you're like, you know what? Fuck it. It's a great game. I'm gonna play
Did you
it.
like it?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
I feel like your argument stinks.
Well, point is, they put it on the box. This time they put on the box that guess what? It's not your boy Snake. It's someone else.
You're so essentially you're
I'm
mad that
sorry.
they didn't fool you.
You're
I'm
mad that
sorry.
you're mad that they didn't try to trick you.
You're
Yes.
mad that they didn't dupe you.
Yes.
Oh
Loke
man.
loves a trickster.
Well, he is Texan, so they
Yep.
love them tricks.
Wait. What does tricksters and you know what? I'm not going to. No, we're not doing this.
You're
We
not.
Ham, you
Oh.
have baited me enough. You will never
Oh.
bait me again. Fuck this. Whatever.
I'm not baiting you at all, buddy.
Whatever you say, bro.
Sounds
Whatever
like
you
one
say.
hell of a threat.
Uh, Ron Sasha says I'm gonna finish South of Midnight this week, then finish off with Dark Ages. Yo, South of Midnight for me is a special game. That one I actually got on Steam. I still haven't played it again, but I actually got it on Steam. It's a banger of a game.
Ray cheese spitting.
Yeah, I would play old Jin Sakai. My God, that would be peak.
That
That
would
would
be
be,
kind of be lit, though. I ain't even gonna front.
bro, bro. Come on,
Come out
come
looking like
on,
old
like
Sifu.
hell, dude. That's exactly where I was gonna go with it. That's exactly where I was going with it. I was like, yeah, this is your seafood. Anyways,
You know what would be dope
well,
is if they brought back, and I know this is obviously not happening, but they brought back Jin Sakai, but like he now has hand-to-hand combat as well as sword fighting.
yeah, that's not happening.
Wouldn't that be hot? Ah, man, I'm just thinking of Sifu like fighting and then being able to pull out a sword. That'd be nuts.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I would buy that Ghost of whatever. I would buy that. But unfortunately, this game
Ghost of
specifically,
Texas featuring Loke.
you had to ruin it. This one specifically, it's set in a completely different time period, like hundreds of years after. So there's no way Jin Sakai can be in any way, shape, or form
Why
involved.
not? Use your imagination. Look, Jinsakai can be there. Tell you, for someone who's from Texas, you don't have a lot. You don't have much imagination at all, Luke.
We
You
keep
gotta,
things real in the Lone Star State. But
you gotta
anyways,
have some fun.
I mean, what? Hey, look.
What?
What if you got to fight Jin Sakai?
There you go.
Kill him. You had to kill. They gave him a Last of Us 2 moment.
Oh, the game starts right after. The game starts right after the first game, but like you personally have to behead Jin Sakai. And then it fast forwards a couple hundred years, and then you're playing as like a descendant of the person who beheaded Jin Sakai. You on board?
Oh,
You
Loke
on
is
board,
with
Luke?
it.
I think he's on board. I think he's down for that.
Loke's finna make that head roll. I love it.
Oh yeah.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the show.
Luke can't contain himself. He needs to
Wait
end
a
the show.
minute.
He's so excited he needs to get out of here.
Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is not on Steam in my region.
Yes, it is. Oh, well, I don't know about that.
No, I don't think it is, Loke.
Texas.
'Cause I
This
thought
is
Crazy Louie said something similar.
this is the type of stuff to make me just buy a fucking VPN, bro. I am so tired of being treated like a second class gamer.
A VPN might actually be very worth it.
They disrespect folks out in Texas.
But Epic
Texas has
has
good
Ghost of
friends.
Tsushima. This is so stupid. This is so
Get on
dumb.
Epic. Get on Epic.
Yeah,
There you
just
This
go.
get
is
on Epic
so
then.
dumb.
There you go. On Epic. And the cool thing about Epic, Luke, is that if you get a Steam Deck, you can still play that on Steam Deck.
There you go. So it don't matter.
Oh shit! Sorry. Even Epic doesn't have it. Great. It just took me to the Sony website. No, to the Sucker Punch website.
Does Sucker Punch have it for you?
All right. You know what? Ghost of Sushi. All right. All right. What's it, Seawolf? But you are getting all those games, Loke. You got Helldivers. What do you mean I got Helldivers? Dude, I got Helldivers day one when it was on PlayStation. You forgot I have a PS5, Seawolf. Anyways, you know what?
He's just randomly attacking you.
Bro, I think everyone's tired. I think everyone is tired. I think Seawolf's tired. I think I'm tired. I think everyone's tired. All right, all right.
He's just randomly attacking you.
Oh my god.
So just wait, Phil has you.
Nah, fuck that. You know what? I think when Ghost of Yote is coming out, if I haven't finished Metal Gear, because I think Ghost of Yotei is after Metal Gear.
Metal Gear is next month, right?
No, Metal Gear is August, right? Oh yeah,
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. Next month.
Shit.
Uh-oh. Someone's
What?
running out of time.
Texas T made him forget what month it was.
All
What?
right.
August
Loke's been in
28th.
the oil fields a little too long.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I need to get the pre-order in. Ooh, I'm gonna get the digital deluxe. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting the digital deluxe. All right. Thank you for reminding me, guys. Okay,
Don't
so
get it
Metal
on
Gear Solid is
PC,
coming out
Loke. Make
August.
sure you get it on PlayStation.
Why?
Just so you can have the best version.
Fuck off. Of course I'm getting it on Steam, bro. Uh
That's where it
okay, so
came
Ghost of
out first. Play it where it came out first.
Oh no, I'll play it where I want to play it, bro. That's
That's
when I'll
No,
not.
you
play it.
won't.
That's
No,
stupid.
you won't. No, you won't.
That is stupid. Okay, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks,
Like join
guys.
thing.
I'm going to pre-order. I'm going to pre-order the digital super deluxe version of Metal Gear. Thank you for reminding me, guys. Appreciate that. Anyways, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for spamming the comment section. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you so much for continuing to support TSWS with your mere presence. We are not worthy. Matt, please plug your channel. Tell people where they can find you, etc.,
Uh,
etc.
you can find me on YouTube. Matt Likes Games over there. Videos every week. Podcasts every week. Ham, no show tonight because I got to make dinner. It's late. I got to make dinner and I still got to cut the grass. So probably not gonna have a show tonight. Um, but Wednesdays 8 p.m. Eastern. The Two Player Podcast with myself, I am solo. Sundays 8 p.m. Eastern is the L303 podcast with myself, Hard Days Mike, and it's me Twan. And like I said, videos every week. And then Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm here on this channel for bullsitting with you guys.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ham, get that off the screen.
Just putting
Get that
some
off.
facts up there.
Plug whatever it is that you want to plug, Ham. Go ahead.
I just want to let everybody know that no one's playing Metal Gear. Helldivers 2 will be coming, and Gears of War will be coming, and no one will have time to be bullshitting and sneaking around when you can run out there and handle locusts and take care of Super Herd. No one gives a shit about fucking that weak ass warehouse that Snake is crawling around.
Playing a mid 2000s game with 80s controls in 2025. Nobody wants
I can
that.
either hold the trigger and let out a clip, or I can just hold square and shoot this whack ass pistol.
Bad design. Man.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send it in the TSWS group.
I can't wait to
Q-
watch tomorrow. Shout out to Logue. He's gonna be watching some Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh fuck that! No, we're talking about interesting stuff. We're not gonna be watching that.
Let's watch it live, Logue. We're gonna have a great time, and you're gonna
We'll put it in the
definitely.
background. We'll put it in the background. That's not a problem.
No, we got to turn that volume to 100.
Okay. Sure. Thank you guys for watching. Again, we'll see you tomorrow for Everything Plus Gaming. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
They said we said